I'm here with this IOYO 10-point touchscreen monitor, 12-inch diagonal for the Raspberry Pi. We're gonna look into the video quality, the stand quality, how well it's mounted. We're gonna look at the sound quality, and we're also going to look at the quality of the 10-point touch display. So let's get into it. The first thing we're gonna look at is this stand, which comes with the monitor. What you can see is that there are two different ways to adjust it. So we have a knob here in the back, and if we loosen this, then we can move the monitor up and back like this. You see that there are actually these two halves, these two plastic halves, and when they come together, they actually clamp onto the stand. It fits into these halves, and then it clamps over them. If I touch on the screen, you can see how it kind of has a little bit of jiggle. You can see that there is some jiggle in there. It's not completely sturdy, and there's also a way to move it up and down. So if I loosen this nut here, I can slide the monitor down. I can even just remove it from the holder. I just connected a USB cable from my Raspberry Pi, which I have connected here, and I connected it to the underside of the monitor so you could see that cable in there. It's gonna allow us to actually touch the screen. Let's see how good the response is. I can already feel that the response is pretty good. I'm not touching very heavily. I'm touching quite lightly, and it's pretty great. I'm actually surprised at how responsive it is. I originally said that the stand was the best part of this monitor, but it might be the touchscreen. It really might be the touchscreen. The screen itself is glossy, so it kind of sticks to your fingers a little bit. I would say that when you're on your phone screen is a little bit slidier. There's less resistance. With this screen, there's a little bit more resistance. If I want to select one little area, it's a little bit annoying. It can be hard to pinpoint a tiny exact place, but again, I think most people will find that this is very much satisfactory. Call me crazy, but I think it's pretty important to take these things apart to see what's inside. So I'm gonna do that for you now. We're gonna take off this back panel, and we're gonna take a look inside here. That's what's gonna allow us to actually use the touch screen. There are also a couple other modules in here. There's a board which controls the whole thing. You can see there's a button board inside there. Those are the buttons that we use for the settings. And there are also those two little card speakers, so we could zoom in on them, and you can really see how small these things are. These things are tiny. They're just good enough to hear voices, to watch a video where someone's talking, then they're definitely useful. So you can see that the sound comes out of these two little holes in the back. It's pretty tinny. I actually looked inside these holes, and I see two little card speakers. So these speakers are really good enough for if you need to hear something like a person's voice, or you want to watch a YouTube video to hear what someone's saying, then these speakers are going to be good enough for you. But if you want to listen to music or anything like that, it's not going to work. We're gonna take a look at video quality once again. This is the brightest setting that we're on right now. So during the day with the sun out, is it hard to see? I don't think so. I think when you're looking directly at it, say 1.5 feet, 3 feet away, you can definitely see it well. I'm in an area where the lighting is not as good. Let's take a look at the monitor now. Not so dim anymore as it was in direct sunlight. It is pretty bright. It is pretty easy to see. You can see that there is some glare, but there's a lot of visibility. So you can see the screen even if you're looking at it from a very harsh angle. We are now in an even darker area. So as you can see, the screen is now very bright, especially compared with the rest of the room. I don't know if you could see me in here, but I just turned the lights off and we're gonna see how easy it is to see this screen at full brightness. And you can see that it's practically like a light at this point. That's how bright it is. So pretty good brightness. I'm gonna post exactly how many nits this has. At this point, you're probably wondering, is it worth buying this thing? Do I recommend it? Is it really as good as it looks online? Well, I would say that for the price, it's definitely worth it. The thing about this monitor is that the stand that it comes on is a big part of it. I've seen other LCD monitors that harp better displays and better display quality, but don't really come with infrastructure for mounting it up. And I think that if you're gonna use this monitor in an industrial setting where you wanna have it on a stand that's nice and sturdy, and it's gonna be in an area where people will be bumping into it, then this is totally an A+ purchase. If you're gonna use it, say outside, if you're gonna use it in your basement on some old table, you're gonna throw it up there and just attach it to a Raspberry Pi and use it to water plants, and you want a touch screen so that you can cycle through the menus really easily, this is a great buy. If you're gonna watch movies on this thing, or you wanna watch YouTube videos and listen to sound, then you're gonna be out of luck. This is not the right monitor for you. So really, there's a time and a place for everything in life, and there's a time and a place for every product in life. And I think that with this 11.6 TFT monitor, which has a resolution of 1366 by 768, it's really gonna depend on your use case. If you don't need perfect video quality, but you wanna have something that's easy to just touch, again, 10-point touch, and it's nice and strong and sturdy and can last for a long time, then this is definitely a great buy. Thanks for watching, and I want to give a big shout out to iYoYo for giving me this monitor for free in order to do this review.